high school student was recently kicked out of class for wearing this shirt right here. So, is this the land of the free, home of the brave, or isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Well, is it? People ask me all the time, "Hey Brian, do you really use that keto elevate stuff and does it really work?" The answer is yes and yes. Never in my entire life have I lost body fat so quickly. Not even in my prime at 25, which is over 25 years ago. I'm approaching 54 this year. If you want to support the channel and do your health a favor, grab some with my link in the description.
The mother of an Iowa student sued her daughter's high school on Monday after her daughter was suspended for wearing a pro-gun t-shirt. Janet Bristow filed a federal lawsuit against the Johnston Community School District and several individuals on behalf of her daughter identified as AB in court documents. The complaint alleges that in September of 2022, just 2 days after AB's teacher, Tom Griffin, covered students' free speech rights in government class, AB was suspended from school for wearing a t-shirt that said, "What part of shall not be infringed do you not understand?" and featured an image of the black scary AR-15 rifle. Barstow argues that her daughter had worn this shirt to school before without incident and that it was meant to be an obvious commentary on Second Amendment rights. In the complaint, Barstow names not only the teacher who ousted her daughter from class, but also associate principals Nate Zittergruen and Randy Klein, Principal Ryan Woods, School Leadership Director Chris Billings, and the Johnston Community School District itself. Barstow argues that not only should the district have been aware of her daughter's right to wear such a shirt, but that Griffin, an expert in constitutional rights, should have been clear on the protections owed to AB. According to the complaint, Griffin is, quote, "not the ordinary teacher when it comes to knowing and understanding students' rights to free speech under the Constitution." Rather, it says Griffin also worked as an adjunct professor of government and history at 2 nearby colleges and was even named a James Madison Fellow, an award which came with tuition assistance for his master's degree, for his exceptional high school teaching of the Constitution. Griffin even published articles on First Amendment law, which Barstow quoted in the complaint. Despite Griffin's academic expertise, though, Barstow says that he told his government class that, quote, although they had some right to free speech, that right was extremely limited when the students stepped onto school property. Thus, the public fool system, or the government public indoctrination camp, whichever you prefer. The complaint went on to detail just what Griffin told his class of high school seniors. Quote, Griffin told his students that their teacher, in this case him, would decide what was acceptable speech in the classroom. And with respect to clothing, which was at the very core of the Tinker case, Griffin told his students that he would not allow students to wear any clothing that depicted guns, alcohol, or any other, quote, inappropriate material, end quote. Griffin's alleged reference to Tinker points to a 1969 U.S. Supreme Court precedent that famously held that neither students nor teachers shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. The complaint does not mention a far more recent ruling, the Supreme Court's 2021 decision in Mahanoy Area School District versus BL. In that case, involving the Snapchatting cheerleader, the court ruled 8-1 in favor of a high school freshman who posted F cheer on social media. In that ruling, now retired Justice Stephen Breyer wrote that the cheerleader's post was, quote, the kind of pure speech to which, were she an adult, the First Amendment would provide strong protection, end quote. Breyer also commented that, quote, it might be tempting to dismiss BL's words as unworthy of the robust First Amendment protections, but that sometimes it's necessary to protect the superfluous in order to preserve the necessary. Bristow argues that given the shirt's quote of the Second Amendment, her daughter was clearly making a political statement that should have been protected. However, Bristow says that even after she and AB made extensive arguments about AB's free speech rights, neither the school administrators nor the district budged. The complaint demands monetary damages and a declaration that wearing clothing depicting a firearm in a non-threatening, non-violent manner is protected under the First Amendment, and a permanent injunction prohibiting the school from banning clothes depicting firearms in a non-violent, non-threatening manner. AB's suspension occurred in 2022 before the recent case in which a 6-year-old elementary school student in Virginia apparently brought a gun to school and shot his teacher. While the Virginia case is unrelated to free speech rights, the Bristow lawsuit will now proceed against the backdrop of the Mahoney win for First Amendment rights, as well as the many tragic instances of gun violence in school, so-called gun violence. A representative from the Johnston Community School District said Thursday that it had not yet been served with the complaint, but declined to comment further. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. Do you think that this girl should have been suspended from school for wearing this t-shirt? Do you think suspending somebody from school from wearing a t-shirt is a violation of the First Amendment? Do you think that all that stuff is canceled out when somebody enters a government-controlled indoctrination camp? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a hard-hitting, conversation-starting design that you can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, hat, cell phone case, whatever you want. I'll see you in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.
With all the crazy stated plans of the Great Reset, the currency reset, and even the food reset, it's not a matter of if the store shelves are going to clear and there's a lack of food. The question is when. You need to get long-term storable food. It doesn't matter if it's from me or you just go to the store and you buy food. Just grab dry, storable food while you can. If you want to get it from me, you're going to support the channel and you're going to help yourself out because my link has a discount code embedded within it. You can check that out in the description below.